Hello beautiful people of the internet and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing another South Korea related video because apparently I don't feel like stopping talking about it anytime soon. Honestly, why would I? But today I just wanted to do a really quick breakdown of all of the beauty treatments that I got done, kind of my review on lienjang as well as color analysis, and we're also going to talk about pricing for all of them, what to expect, and what kind of results you get. So the first more important place we're going to talk about, one out of two places, is lienjang. Ignore the pronunciation. There are several branches in myeongdong, Jamsil, Gangnam, Hongdae, all these different places, but we did pick the one in Hongdae, and that's just because it was pretty close to our Airbnb at the time, and also it has good reviews. So this place was kind of hard to find, but to be fair, like a lot of places in Korea really are like that. It was like in the hallway of this building and like up an elevator. It was kind of hidden, and it actually spans like multiple floors in the building because not only is it dermatology, but it's also plastic surgery and weight loss, all this other stuff. So each floor is like a different part of the clinic. So first you go to like a little reception area. You basically like declare if you're a foreigner and if you want English speaking employees. Then you fill out some other stuff. There's like a little bit of paperwork, I think. And then they set you down with a consultant who you talk to about like what you want to get done, how much it's going to cost, all of that. And you sign all your waivers. So I don't know if like all the employees were super English friendly. Obviously they promote themselves as English friendly, and a lot of people will vouch that they do have English speaking people. But one thing I will say when it comes to processes like this, like businesses and medical stuff, like when you get into that kind of terminology, if someone isn't like extremely fluent, then some things can kind of get lost there. So either we got really lucky with the consultant, or like all the consultants are super fluent, because we didn't have any problem like communicating different like skin issues and different, I don't know, concerns when it comes to, like for me with lip fillers, we didn't have problems like talking about like the milliliters and like the shape and all of that, which I feel like you have to be very, very careful to not have any of that get lost in translation, because like it's your body. But yeah, our consultant was great. She really broke down like every single thing for us, and a lot of the stuff that they like promote on the website and just online in general, like you can't find specifically what all the procedures are and like what the pricings are for all of them. You just kind of have to go and see. So I was there with my mom and my cousin. They only got facials done, but they also did microneedling, so I don't know how much that cost. For me, I actually don't know what facial I got done, so I can't be super helpful for that. All I know is that I did something without microneedling, and I want to say it was the glass skin treatment, but I cannot be 100% sure. And of course I did get lip fillers done as well. And also, fun fact, I don't know how many milliliters I got. I know it was 1 or less. I'm gonna say it was like on the smaller end, like it was like 0.25 to 5 milliliters. For all of this I paid a total of $395.31 for the whole skin treatment and the lip fillers. So first they took us to like the little facial center where they had like all the beds laid out. Take your shoes off, you lay down, they start putting all this product on you. They have like relaxing music in the background and the lights are dimmed. You just get pampered for like a solid hour or two. But it was a pretty standard facial from like what it felt like. I mean, they just, you know, would wipe product on, leave it on for like 5 minutes, then wipe it off. They would put those warm towels on your face. There was also some kind of red light therapy that they did. I think they put like one of the masks on, but that was about it for the facial. It was super relaxing though. I actually like really enjoyed it because I fell asleep at the table from how much I was just blissed out. They also did some like facial massages. Oh, that was good. But then like once the facial was done, then I just went into chaos mode. They like took me out, they like put numbing cream on my lips, and then I was like walking around with like the numbing cream and like the tape on my face, like through the elevators and like through the buildings where like everyone else is going. To be fair, it was mostly people who were getting treatments done anyways, but there weren't really a lot of them who also had like tape on their face, so I felt really weird. And then it was also intimidating because once I got to the like filler floor, I don't know, filler area, that's when like no one was really fully speaking English. Like they knew words, but like when you got into the complex stuff, it wasn't really going well. And I also had tape on my lips, so yeah, that was awesome. When they put me in the room to actually do the fillers, like the doctor was semi-fluent, and that's what I was saying about like the terminology gets kind of like difficult when you're trying to explain what you want your lips to look like to someone who is not fully fluent. So I don't know why I was left with him for a while, because like he was like, what do you want done? So that was cool. Eventually they did bring a translator in and she was good, but there were like 4 or 5 people in the room at one time. They were all asking me things and they were all kind of like freaking out. So I don't know, that experience was really intimidating for me. I already have a fair bit of anxiety, just the bare minimum socially. I get very intimidated when trying to accommodate, you know, to people who don't speak English, because I'm in their country. Like, I want to make it very clear that I'm not like, oh my god, they don't speak English. Like, no, that's fine, but it stresses me out because I want to help them and I can't help them. But also, like, for this situation specifically, it's my face being altered and I'm panicking because I'm like, what the fuck do I do if they fuck up my lips? And how do I communicate this so that they don't fuck up my lips? And eventually they come to like the conclusion that my lips are actually turned inward. So lip fillers aren't gonna do that much for me. Like, they're not gonna look how I want them to look, because all of the injection that they're gonna like put in is going to go on the inside. So I'm like, should I even do it then? And they were like, no, like you should do it. I don't know, because in my head I'm thinking they're just saying that because they want to make money. But from like a subjective point of view, I feel like that wasn't in my best interest. So I definitely was like a little bit frustrated with that, because they were like essentially just telling me it's not gonna look good. Did not help the situation. So whatever, we end up putting the fillers in, everything's fine, but overall, appearance wise, not very happy with the whole situation. I'm not like unhappy, but so this is obviously what I look like 3 months later, 3 months post facial and post filler. And I'll put a picture over here on what I look like right after. My skin is definitely not glass. It's really improved over the last like few months, but I really don't think that has anything to do with the skin treatment. I think that mostly has to do with the fact that I have had a lot of stressors removed and I've really perfected my skincare routine. And even then, like, I still get a good bit of breakouts. I definitely, like I said, don't have glass skin. I don't know, this is it. And as for my lips, like, my lips have always been super thin. They're still super thin, but I feel like, see, like when I do something like that, that's super small, but if I kind of like turn them a little bit, you can definitely see. I mean, that's how like a lot of people's lips work, but I think with like duck lips, you can definitely tell that there's like more volume in there. And I don't know, like certain faces that I make, I'm like, oh, okay, I got something going on. But at the end of the day, like, first of all, they didn't put a lot of filler in. It's not like I really knew how much I was supposed to get done anyways. Like, I wasn't educated and I have my boobs done, and like for my boob job, they were so explanatory of everything and making sure like I understood the whole process. So like this clinic in Korea is very like, okay, we're going quick. This is like standard operation for everyone. I feel like everyone kind of knows what they're going in for. So if you're wanting that experience of kind of having someone like really help you figure out what you're gonna do and consult you through the process, like this is not where you should go. And overall, like I said, like appearance wise, I don't really feel like it made that much of a difference for me to do any of this. Oh, also after, I did have to go pick up antibiotics, which like I thought was weird too that they didn't really communicate that either until right after. They were like, go to a pharmacy, and I was like, I'm in a foreign country, that sounds hard. Actually, the pharmacy was like really good, really fucking good. It was really quick and it was really easy. I was in and out, and antibiotics only cost me $12. Overall for lienjang, I like would recommend it if you're a first timer, but only for the skin treatments. The only reason I'm saying that is just because, first of all, it's just like something you want to do just for the first time experience. Like if you're someone who's been looking to Korea for a long time, it's just something that everyone does. It's like part of the experience. And I would say that just the facial in general is so relaxing and so peaceful. If you've ever gotten a facial done in general, you'll know like how good it is to just get it done. Like it just feels very pampering. And I think it was worth it to like fall asleep on the table and have all of that. However, I feel like I'm pretty anti doing any kind of like plastic surgery. I guess I can only confidently say from them just because of how my experience was, but like other clinics might be different. Also like other countries might be different, but like this for me has made me really hesitant to do any kind of procedure in a foreign country. Like I think I'm just gonna stick to staying in the States for anything like this. I understand like the hype for it being more inexpensive because this would have cost so much more if I were in America, but quite honestly this wasn't too bad. Also didn't mention the lip fillers are gonna be good for a year, so I won't have to redo them until a year. That's how long they take to dissolve. So a little bit under like $400 for all of that. I get it, but I guess specifically for me, the anxiety and the stress that comes with being in a foreign country, especially because these kind of procedures already can be so intimidating on their own, like just doing them even in your own country, in your own state, wherever you live, like adding the international element to it just kind of makes it a little bit worse. And then also you have to kind of like think about the fact that like you can't drink out of straws and you can't like eat spicy food, like stuff like that. I made sure to actually get this procedure done on my very last day so that I didn't really have to worry about like the swelling messing up my pictures or like me not being able to eat stuff that I wanted to eat, and I can just deal with the antibiotics on the plane on the way back, and then I was basically done like as soon as I was home. But overall, would not recommend any kind of plastic surgery. This isn't really like plastic surgery, it's just in the fillers and injectables category, but anything outside of just dermatology, to me, it's like I would probably not do that in Korea again. However, don't regret any of it, and I'm very happy I did do all of it, just not something I would repeat. So the other place that I did go to in Korea to get some kind of beauty treatment done was a VIX lab, also in Hongdae. So VIX lab is a color analysis place, and if you don't know what color analysis is, it's essentially where a person figures out what colors look best on you, clothes wise, makeup wise, hair wise, all of that. So this specific place was pretty much only draping. So like where they put the colors on top of you and say like, look how this looks with your face. And then afterwards they did email us makeup recommendations. They like very quickly talked about hair color for like a millisecond, but it was pretty much just the draping. So to me, this was a bit more on the expensive side. So I paid $80 for a down payment, and then I paid $140 at the actual place. So it was $220 in total, but this was also for 2 people, so $110 per person. For that much money, I was kind of expecting a little bit more. The other like kind of funny thing is I went with my mom, and we have like the same complexion, the same hair color, and the same eye color because we're related. So we pretty much got the same color analysis at the end of the day, so that made it even better. But the draping took a while, and I think the thing that bugs me the most about this is I just didn't really agree with anything that they were saying, and I know a lot of people feel that way. They are professionals, I suppose, but I don't know, something about it, it's like there's no objectiveness to it. I don't think, at least. Like I don't believe that color analysis is that easy, because like to me, the color that the person feels the most comfortable in is gonna be the thing that makes them the prettiest, because they're gonna light up when they wear it. So I don't know. I wasn't doing this to like get answers to everything in my life, you know, like I didn't expect them to solve everything about myself and my style, but I do think I expected like a little bit more. I definitely expected them to like do my makeup for me and like maybe even do a little hairstyling. Basically, I wanted Tan France and Jonathan Van Ness to come in and give me a Queer Eye makeover. That's what I felt like I should be getting into. But yeah, it was pretty much just the draping. I guess to be fair, that's what I should have expected, because that is what you see when you look up color analysis anywhere. Like that is the process. It did feel like in a way I was living out my TikTok dreams of finally getting the draping done, but I think I don't know, I didn't really like vibe with the person or like with the place or anything. The only thing I was like, oh, this is great for was that they agreed that I should wear silver jewelry and not gold, because if they told me I was a gold girl, I was gonna lose my mind. But yeah, this kind of like overall ends up being more of a complaint about the concept of color analysis itself rather than a complaint to VIX Lab. I feel like they were fine. Like I wasn't in love with them, I wasn't in love with the place, and there are plenty of things I will tell you like this was fucking amazing for. I didn't feel that way towards this place, but I also just didn't feel that way towards the color analysis, so I don't know. So my opinion on this ends up being very similar to what it was to lienjang. Was it worth it? Yes, in a way. Like I'm glad that I did it, I'm glad that I experienced it. I've been looking up color analysis for a long time. I always wanted to get it done, and I'm glad that I finally got my results. And I did enjoy the process to a certain extent. However, I don't feel like I ever really need to do it again, nor would I like really recommend it for anyone if they want like something super conclusive and like, I don't know, that's really gonna like explain their life to them. I feel like for the general population, it's just better to try to figure out your own style and what you feel like looks good on you. Personally, you don't need someone to tell you, but if you have the money and you're bored and you're in Korea, just do it. Like it's worth it just to say you did it, more so. Don't regret it. I'm just never doing it again unless I get rich and I have the time. Okay, I know this was a really short video, but I just wanted to kind of summarize all of this stuff, get a really quick video out the way so I could focus on making some longer ones. But I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you did, be sure to leave a like and a comment. And if you're feeling generous, you can even subscribe. I do hope to see you guys all in the next video, but if not, bye bye.